So it has been a wet, rainy, and windy day here on Jekyll Island, but I find myself at St. Andrew's Beach. I wouldn't have known it unless I had looked up on Google Street View different images of St. Andrew's Beach that there is driftwood here as well. I say that because Jekyll Island is famous for Driftwood Beach, which is actually on the complete opposite side of the island to where I am now, facing out to the ocean. This is facing inland, and so what I'm going to be working on is how to capture color in these images, especially on what has been a dreary day. Where is the color coming from? Well, the sun and how it reflects on the water, and then how it kind of bounces back up and reflects on the trees, the branches, the sand, and a bunch of different things. So I'm looking for color. Some things I'm doing to get more color are working with my shutter speed and my aperture in order to get more information and not blow out areas of the image that could potentially have color. And then in post, I can affect the vibrance and saturation. Saturation kind of just makes everything a little bit more color poppy, and I think it's a little bit messier, whereas vibrance will kind of bring out the bits of color that are kind of already there. So I definitely would recommend editing vibrance rather than saturation to get a little bit more color in your images when you're editing them. I'm probably walking a little bit too far away from, civilization than I should be. Oh my goodness, I can see dolphins. That's so cool. I don't think you'll be able to see them on any of the cameras I have right now, but there are dolphins in the water, which tracks because last year I did a dolphin boat tour, and this is more or less kind of the area where they were, but that's so neat. Sunset with dolphins and driftwood on a beach. What more can you ask for? Just that my wife was here. So a variety of different things that I'm working on as I walk and take images out here. And this is definitely one of those moments where Google Street View came in clutch to let me know, hey, this is a spot where there are interesting foreground objects that I can use, the driftwood, where the sunset is just going to be hopefully really beautiful and really turn what has been kind of a gray, kind of crap day into something beautiful. Really upping that shutter speed and lowering my aperture to get the most amount of details out of the sky, getting all these light rays coming down, also accentuating the change from orange to blue by really framing the sun on the right side and finding the space where blue is on the left, lowering some shadows, creating a frame of the clouds with the water at the bottom pretty much all black and then dark clouds at the top as well. We really have like a sandwich over here of different colors, and I think a lot of detail in the clouds that is really satisfying for me. I'm also working on, like, do I want everything to be a silhouette? Do I want different colors in different areas? So also trying to play around with how I frame the subjects in relation to the light, which is the sun. Do I want to backlight everything, or do I want to not backlight anything, or do I want to use it as a front light? Whatever it might be, different things that I'm trying, and as I go, I need to adjust my aperture, my shutter speed, and my ISO continuously, and I'm shooting manually for that reason. I enjoy that. It's very tactile. So that's another thing that I'm working on today that you really need to pay attention to when you are shooting a sunrise or a sunset or golden hour in general, is that the light source is very strong from one location. So you need to be able to move around your settings continuously so that when you change your field of view, you're going to be able to expose the image properly, compose it how you'd like. A nice moment with this couple fishing at the sunset. Really nice, like purple golden hues coming through water and reflecting up off the sand, including a little bit of a foreground object at the bottom, just to add something between the lens and the subject that adds a little bit of environment to the whole situation. But I think this is a really nice moment here. Really drawing in some of the vibrant colors, some of the drama of this sunset. You can see all the clouds at the top covering the sun. It only has this little sliver to look out of. It's like an eye of a dragon or something. We also have a really nice lens flare in the middle right of the image, really giving some balance. The sun reflecting on the water. I think this is overall just very dramatic and very, very vibrant colors that you get at golden hour. You know, as the sun goes down more and more, you can see different cloud formations in the distance. Using trees to frame that, how much information do I want out of those clouds? How much do I want to see of that? Using the trees kind of as leading lines to point at those or frame the sky, or using the sky to kind of frame the silhouette of a branch. Different ideas here, and all things I'm working on. This is just kind of a relaxing vibe. A nice moment here with two guys working on a fish or something next to their kayak and their fishing poles. They're very, very much contextualized in like what they're doing on this beach. But then we also have in the background the beautiful bridge and really like the world. And they're very small center frame, bottom of the frame. I think with all these purple hues, it's very cinematic. It's very thematic of the night. So very pleased with how the colors affect the mood in this image. This This is one where I really like the composition and the contrast, how dark he is against the really bright sand and water. I don't like how the left side of him is a little lost in the details because it gets blown out, but I think this is a very suggestive image. There's a lot of emotion and character in it. You can see a fishing pole at the center that like shows what they're up to out here fishing. There's a lot of feeling in this picture. The sun is almost set, and what this has really become is a lot of wonderful cloud shots that I achieve by really shutting my aperture and upping my shutter speed, trying to frame clouds in different ways and capture the sun rays against the water, against the clouds, against the sky. And now I just need the sun to peak one more last time, and that's sunset. But this is just beautiful, and the way the clouds have spread out and broken up in the distance for this to work after such a cloudy day is just beautiful. And I'll be back to try to get on another lens on a clear sky as well, see how that is. But today, satisfied so far. Hopefully you've enjoyed the images so far and gotten a little bit of an idea of what I'm doing to achieve them. But I'm here on Jekyll Island for a few days, shooting a lot of videos, taking a lot of images, and so I hope you are interested in what I've been shooting. I hope you liked what I talked about in this video and that it has convinced you to stick around for another one. You can subscribe to me here on YouTube, where I make a lot of photography videos, just like this, but way different, but all about photography. I've been Tony King. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.